everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is keep your children out of adult conversations. Keep your children out of adult conversations. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. Let's watch this video, and we have a letter. Then we're going to dive right into this letter and talk about this issue. Keep your children out of adult conversations. Here we go.
All right, bet. Look, I had to come in and do a quick video for you all, okay? So, just a friendly reminder that adult conversations should be had with adults, okay? This is what I'm trying to say. When you are arguing with someone or, you are in some sort of miscommunication, please refrain from having these conversations around young children. They pick up everything we do, and we are teaching them how to communicate, okay? If you gonna argue with your old lady or your old man or your man, your woman, or your baby, your boo, your husband, your wife, whoever the whole damn fuck you gonna argue with, okay? Your enemies, whatever. Do that shit away from these children because these children are growing up, they're watching. Yeah, I was just having a conversation with somebody and they were telling me about the things going on in their life, and the children were finishing the sentence. The children was like, yeah, and then this happened and then that happened. And it just makes me feel for the children.
Okay, now you see what she said in the video. And I totally agree because, when I say children, they may be adult children, but they're still your children and they shouldn't be in your private conversations, especially, if you're out with the girls or something. You know how girls your age talk, you all went to school together, you know each other and all that kind of stuff. You don't want your children in that conversation, because they would be forming some sort of opinions about your friends, and then they would be joining in the conversation like they have material for gossip and all. No, 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 no. It's not a good idea to invite your kids in adult conversations. Let's dive into this letter, see what she says. She says, there is a dynamic that I am seeing over and over again that makes it very difficult to socialize, befriend, or remain friends with women of an age which is over 50. I am educated, independent, and mostly an introvert. But I do not have juicy conversations over the phone or during the few social outings that I attend. The problem is that many women my age bring daughters and granddaughters who are very immature and often very messy. Oh, okay. I'm getting a picture here. Now, you're talking about when you're going out to maybe a social occasion. Maybe, like women have these luncheons and whatever, you're there, and women would bring their daughters or granddaughters with them. Well, they bring them to expose them to certain things. Okay, so that's a little different if you're at an event and somebody brings their daughters, and you all sitting around the same table. That's a different kind of thing. They treat the young ladies as if they're best friends and plus ones. The young ladies often range in the ages of late teens to mid-30s, which is younger than I want to socialize with. And I don't want them in my business or anything else's that I may happen to mention. Okay, yeah, the more you talk about it, I could be wrong, but I just envision, like these, like I said, ladies, a day retreat ladies, or whatever, and there's no age qualification or requirement, so they feel like they're bringing their granddaughters to expose them to certain things. So that's why they're there. All right, now maybe it's not the best time for you to be open. You just keep everything cordial when you see young people at the table. The girls are often on all social media sites, friends with shady characters, and have little or nothing going on for themselves as far as education, career, and family, and never add any enlightening or even entertaining input because they're not in your age bracket. What kind of input you want them to put in? You're just wondering, why are they there? And I'm telling you why they're there, because if their mothers or grandmothers brought them there, it's to expose them. And I think it's a good thing. I don't have any daughters or anything, but if I did, you know, I would take my daughter around with me, you know, just to, educate her about things where she wouldn't be in the dark. Because when I was growing up, nobody educated me on anything. I had to learn everything on my own. And that was the hard way. Okay. So that's why they bring them. And if I were you and found myself in a situation like that, I just wouldn't talk about certain things, you know? And if young women are there, it's good to talk about something that they can be included in. The reason why they don't have any input is because they're not interested in whatever you all are talking about. You all have not included them in your conversation. Okay. In fact, they will listen to their grandmother's conversations with other adults about adult situations and contact people whose names they overhear or those that they know have connections to someone in the group. Well, that's not right. You know, uh, they need to learn some etiquette where that's concerned. And maybe the next time that you are in company of these women, maybe might be a good idea, just bring it up in conversation, not to bring up chaos, but bring it up in a nice way that, whatever we talk here is confidential. That means don't go out and repeat it to anybody else. Just say it in a joking way, but they'll get the message, and if you feel like they won't get the message, then don't talk about anything confidential in front of them. Okay? Because you're not going to be able to stop women from bringing their young daughters or the granddaughters or whatever to these events. You're not going to be able to stop that. But you can taper your conversation to the situation. Okay? I have mentioned repeatedly that I don't think it's appropriate for young people to always hear conversations between mature friends, especially when they are disrespectful and not listening for wisdom, but for gossip to repeat later. Well, you're kind of judgmental there. You're kind of judging that for sure that they are disrespectful and not even listening to your wisdom. Many times you can say things to young people and they'll brush it off like, they're not listening to you. They don't want to listen, but they hear it. They hear it. And many times there'll come a time in their life they will hear your voice speaking that wisdom to them, and it may prevent them from doing something detrimental. You never know. So don't be so rigid in your thinking that these young people don't have anything to offer, because they really do. But if they're in your company, it's important for you to talk with them on their level, not to talk above their heads and acting like, they're 2 years old, 3 years old, and why they sitting at the table. Okay. Because they can pick up that vibe and it makes them shut down. Okay, you say, I hate to stop the little socializing and what would be innocent gossip that can be fun when all parties are mature and confidential. Oh, oh, I see. You like to get with your girlfriends and gossip about what's going on and things like that. But you feel halted because they're bringing their granddaughters and you know it's not appropriate to talk like that in front of these girls. Well, then you'll have to find another venue. Maybe you'll just invite the girls over for coffee at your place. And then y'all can sit around and gossip all day long if you want to. But yeah, you're just, there are ways to work around this. I would never want to hang out with people my children's age and listen to all their peer conversations, especially to repeat anything or share outside of conversation groups. You know what? Maybe you were just not included when adults were talking. Maybe you grew up where, adults would shoo away kids whenever they got together. I came through that phase where, you don't speak when adults speaking and you get out of here because adults are talking now. I heard all that. Maybe you grew up during that era. And that's why you have this mentality. But you have to be flexible because things are changing and they will continue to change. Change is inevitable. When you are in the presence of young people, let the conversation include them. Whatever. If you want private conversations where you and your friends can lay around and laugh and talk about each other and whatever, well, then invite them to a cozy gathering, just you. Tell them it's just for the girls. Talk to them individually instead of sending out an invitation. Talk to them individually and say, come over to the house, just us girls, just us original girls. Let's just get together. We haven't done that in a while. And you can name them all. Me, you, Karen, Joyce, whoever, and that's it. Nobody else. Let's just do that. And let's just make it a habit. We'll just do that maybe once a month. We all get together and just have some fun. You can work around it. But if you don't, it's not going to change. And I tell you, this is the reason why they bring their daughters or granddaughters around, for the exposure. However, I am tired of these little ghetto girls showing up everywhere, acting rude and being nosy at the same time. Yeah, these girls have really hit a sore spot with you. Now, the thing is, when they are in your presence, you have the opportunity to be a role model for them. If you will just talk to them on their level and not make them feel like they are less than because they are ghetto girls. You see, with that attitude, you putting out that vibe and they can feel it off of you. Everybody can feel it off of you. Understand? So work on yourself and your attitude about that. Back in my day, we greeted our elders, shared interesting facts about our activities, and got out of the way. Yeah, I was doing that day. Yeah, I understand. But this is a new day, sweetheart. New day, new things. And it will continue to be a new day. New things is never going to stop. You understand? I can't believe that any mature lady would even want their kids and grandkids in the middle of friend or associate conversations that don't even happen very often. Well, because they weren't looking at it like that. Maybe they just had the granddaughter out for the day and they had the meeting with you and they just brought her along. It could have been a number of reasons why the kids or whoever was there. But if you just want to spend time with the girls, call them up and make that plain to them. And maybe you all can set a date once a month or whatever is just you girls. Okay? Yeah, but you can work around that. But don't criticize what's going on now. Don't criticize about them bringing the kids and how you don't like it, and let that go. Let it go. Be positive with your message. Just call them up, you know, individually. So it's a personal thing, and invite them to an occasion. See if they all can make it, and make it plain. Look, it's just me, you, so and so and so and so, and that's it. Don't bring anybody else, because we want to just sit around and solidify our friendship. Okay, something like that. All right, and I think it'll work. Should I stop socializing with women who do this? No, just educate them. That's all. Be more vocal about my idea of age appropriate listeners. No, don't go into all of that. No, just talk about your needs, what you want to happen, what you would like to see happen. Don't talk about what has already happened and criticize that, and that's the reason why. No, you don't need to give a reason why you want your way to happen. You see, just talk about how you would like it to happen. Now, and they can understand it that way. All right, if there's no negativity in it. And you say, or should I be more vocal about my ideas of age appropriate listeners, or just watch my mouth when I am around these people, which actually takes the fun out of the interaction? Yeah, I know you want to be yourself, no holds barred. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But if they brought their grandkids, you gonna, it's not the right time. It's not the right time at all. And the way you talk, that is becoming a habit. They don't see anything wrong with it. They stuck with the kids and they want to see you, so they just bring the kids with them. Make a special date that you and your girlfriends can hang out and be yourself. Tell them about, don't bring no kids. It's just going to be us. We deserve the time. Make it all positive, where they will want to come and be together, because I know they could all use a break. You see? So make that, and I think you will be happy and they will be happy, and everybody will be on a positive note. I hope you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.